my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to another book haul. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of the books that I've brought into my home since my last book haul. There are a lot of them, so we're going to be here for a wild ride. I'm going to do one unboxing today, and I also have a giveaway in this video, so if you're interested in the giveaway information, stay tuned until the end. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to quickly start with the Owlcrate Jr. unboxing, just to get out of the way, and if you are not interested in the Owlcrate Jr. unboxing, it's going to be quick and easy to go ahead and skip through. So I will leave timestamps down in the description box below, as well as in the timeline, if you want to skip ahead. I am an Owlcrate rep. They do send these to me for review, so thank you so much to Owlcrate for sending this to me. If you are interested in getting a discount off of your very first monthly subscription box, I will leave my discount code down in the description box below. Alright, so we do have our little card here. This is the theme for this month, and it is Map It Out. This is for September, and this is the cute little art on there, and then we do have a spoiler card on the back, so I will go ahead and just skip that for now. Looks like the first thing that we have here is an art print, so let's see what we have inside. Ooh, it's one of those scratch-off art prints. This is really cool, and I believe this is for their entire backlist of Owlcrate Jr. books that they've had over the last couple months. So we have C.C. Rios and the Desert of Souls, The Strange World Travel Agency, Ari Shaw and the End of Time, Amari and the Night Brothers, Night Books, Malamander, Nevermore, City of Ghosts, Frostheart, The 12, The Barren Grounds, and Amir and Hamza. So not all of these are from their backlog, but it is a couple of the staples that they have provided for Owlcrate Jr. as well as some other ones that are really, really good books. So this is really, really cool. I will definitely get some use out of this because I think all of the ones that are on here that are a part of Owlcrate Jr. I still own and have every interest in reading. And I have already read a couple on this list, so I get to scratch off a few, so that's awesome. And if I sound a little sniffly today, I'm so sorry. I have allergies, so bear with me. This is a box here that is designed by Hey Atlas for Owlcrate Jr. It doesn't say what it is, but it says, "Not all those who wander are lost." And we have maybe a little compass. Yeah, it is a compass. That is so cool. And we have a water bottle holder, it looks like. This is cute. Don't know what it's inspired by, but it is definitely very, very cute. We have a little notebook here that says Literary Location Passport. So just like a little notebook. I usually will give these to my siblings, and they love to draw in them and write in them, so. We also have a little notebook here. Oh, did I tell you what this looks like? This is what it looks like on the front and the back. It's very cute. And then this is what the notebook looks like. This is a very cute notebook. It is just very empty pages. It looks like it's actually a sketchbook. It has the texture of a sketchbook page, so that's really cool as well. Then we have this little envelope. Looks like it is instructions on how to build your own paper hot air balloon. So that's what they look like. Very cute. And then they have the instructions on how to make it. Again, I will give this to my siblings. They will enjoy it. I have like a pile of things that I've been meaning to give to them, and I just keep forgetting. So I will give that over to them when I remember. I had to clean up all the worms, which you guys know are my worst enemy. And then let's go ahead and get into the book. We also have the theme for next month, which is Mission to Space. And the book is Map Makers by Lisa Moore Rame? That's what it looks like. Oh, let me take off the wrapping. That's what it looks like. A very cute cover. Looks like we're going to have some dragons. We also have the collectible card that comes with the book, as well as a signed book plate and a letter from the author. So this is cool. Ooh, we have some art underneath the desk jacket, which is starting to become a regular thing for Owlcrate Jr., which I love. That's what it looks like. It is very cute. Let's go ahead and see what this middle grade is about. It says, when Walt and his family relocate to Blackbird Bay, Walt thinks it's the most boring place on earth. While his twin sister Van likes to spend her time skateboarding, Walt prefers to hide out in his room and work on his beloved world map, the Jaruba. But shortly after their arrival, Walt discovers something extraordinary. He has the ability to make maps come to life. Suddenly, his new hometown doesn't seem so boring after all, and when the magical heirloom leaves Walt, his new friend Dylan, and Van stranded in the fantastical world that Walt created, he'll need to harness his new power to get them home. But things are changing, people have gone missing, and it's clear that the malevolent rival to the kingdom, a fellow mapmaker, has nefarious plans for Walt. If he is not soon stopped, the Jaruba would become nothing but a shadow of itself, or worse, gone forever. And if the mapmakers can destroy one world, can Earth be next? Ooh, this sounds really, really cute. A nice adventure story. Looks like we have some POC representation in here, as well as it's written by a POC author, which is great. And then the spoiler card here says the sketchbook is inspired by Strange World Travel Agency. The book sleeve, the water bottle sleeve, I'm sorry, was inspired by Nevermore. I thought it might be Nevermore. It gave me Nevermore vibes, but I love the fact that it actually is. The Middle Earth compass inspired by Middle-earth. The literary location passport is just designed by the Owlcrate team. The paper crafts are designed by Vanessa Port, and the scratch-off map was designed by Shawna Carter. So, awesome. Thank you so much to Owlcrate for sending this over to me. Let's get into the book haul. Now, I have sectioned these off into categories. I have one mystery thriller, fantasies, and romances. That's pretty much it these days. So I'm going to start with my one singular mystery thriller, and that is The Final Gambit by Jennifer. That hurts. The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the last and final book in the Inheritance Games trilogy, a series that I absolutely love and adore, and I have been so excited to get to the last book in the series. I'm just trying to hold this down so it'll stop being so gross looking. Oh, I'm so sad. But the last and final book, the first book, is just so much fun. I'm sure you've heard so many people talk about it, so I'm not going to go into the full synopsis, but the third book is told to have all the answers and give me everything that I'm looking for, and hopefully I'll finally get some more romantic stuff going on in this book. I'm very, very excited for it, and I cannot wait to get around to book 3. So surprisingly, I think I have more romances this time than fantasies, so let's go ahead and talk about the fantasies first, and then we'll get into the romances. First, let's talk about the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition for Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I did order the black edition. I will eventually get myself the orange edition as well, but this one is just going on my Sarah J. Maas shrine, so I figured I'd pick myself up a copy. I do already own 2 copies of this book, so this is my 3rd copy. I have one on my Sarah J. Maas shrine, one right behind me, and now I have the paperback. So, not going to talk about this one. You guys should already know what ACOTAR is all about. This is Nesta's book, following Nesta and Cassian, and I absolutely love this book, so I'm so glad to have the paperback finally in my possession. Then I picked up 4 TJ Klune books, which I'm very excited to share with you guys. The first one that we have is Heatwave, the last and final book in the Extraordinary series. The Extraordinary series follows Nick and Sam? No, I keep getting their characters confused. Nick and Seth. And it is a superhero sci-fi series that has a focus on LGBTQ plus characters, as well as a character that has ADHD. And I just really, really, really love this series so much. The 3rd book is really, really anticipated for me. I'm very, very excited to see where it goes. And I know TJ Klune will not steer me wrong. I have yet to give him anything less than a 5-star, so I'm very excited for book 3, and I'm hopefully reading it this weekend. Then I have 2 books in a series by TJ Klune. We have The Destiny of Dragons, which is the 2nd book in the Tales of Verania series, and A Consumption of Magic, which is the 3rd book. I am reading the series with Clint during his Klune Along. We are currently reading the 3rd book this month. We read this one last month, and I have loved everything so far. Again, 5 out of 5 stars for me. This is a very fun series that is fantastical at heart. It follows Sam of Wilds, who is the wizard in training, and his nefarious situations that happens with his 2 best friends, who are Tiggy and Gary. Gary is a horny, hornless unicorn, and Tiggy is a half giant, and then he has a love interest with a man named Ryan. I won't say too much about that because it's so much fun to figure out in the 1st book, but I absolutely loved book 1 and 2, and I'm excited for book 3. And of course, I picked up my exclusive edition of Wolfsong, which is now officially published by Tor, which we are so excited for, and it does have absolutely stunning sprayed edges. It is also signed by TJ Klune, which this is now one of my most prized possessions that I own. I absolutely love, 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 love this edition. It is orange underneath. It's really gorgeous. I'm so happy to finally have it in my possession. I do own the entire series. You can see it back there in the original self-published editions, and now I'll be collecting the hardcover traditionally published editions, and hopefully all of them will have edges like this. If you don't know what the series is about, this is a series that follows gay werewolves in Green Creek, where you have lots of different male-male relationships as well as some female-female relationships. It's a found family series with a book following different characters in each book, but it all follows around the same plot, central plot of the story. The first book follows Joe and Ox, who are a friends to lovers relationship, and it is just so absolutely beautiful. If you love TJ Klune's writing, I think you're going to love this series. It is one of his series that is very well known and beloved, so if you haven't already given it a go, I highly, highly recommend it. And maybe stay tuned to the giveaway at the end to see some more TJ Klune, I'm just saying. Then I picked up The Sunbury Trials by Aiden Thomas. This is our group book for the Season-a-thon Academy readathon for this month. I'm very excited to get around to this one. I have read Cemetery Boys and Lost in the Neverwoods by this author, so I'm very, very excited to give their 3rd book a go. This one is a Mexican mythology-inspired fantasy, and I just know that it has to do with trials and a competition, and it's basically fight to the death, and I'm very, very excited to read it. Then we have a much-awaited sequel that I have been so excited to get my hands on, and that is Amari and the Great Game by B.B. Alston, the 2nd book in the Amari and the Night Brothers series. I absolutely adored Amari and the Night Brothers, so I'm very, very happy to finally have this book in my possession. This is the UK Waterstones exclusive edition with the beautiful purple sprayed edges. Very, very excited to have this. It is also signed by B.B. Alston, so you know what? Sign me up. I'm just having a great time right now. Very excited to get around to book 2. I've heard great things about the sequel, so I'm very excited for it. Speaking of another sequel, I have The Ballad of Never After. This is by Stephanie Garber. It's bouncing off my ring light really bad, but this is the sequel to, I can't remember what it's called. Once Upon a Broken Heart, maybe? I honestly cannot remember. This is an Owlcrate exclusive edition. This was sent to me for review, so thank you so much to Owlcrate, but I am very excited to have this in my possession. I have not yet read the first book. I don't even really remember what it's about, but I've heard good things about this author and their writing, so I'm excited to give them a go. Then I have my 2 special editions of Babel by R.F. Kuang. I have my Owlcrate edition my Fairyloot edition as well as my Owlcrate edition. This one did come in a slipcase, so that is what the book looks like. It does have really gorgeous stencil and sprayed edges. I absolutely adore this book itself. I really love the Fairyloot one though. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the white and gold, and it does have also some really gorgeous stenciled edges. This is a book that's hard to describe. I'm sure you've heard so many people talk about it right now because it's all the rage and all the buzz right now. So I'm very excited to give this one a go. I'm not a big adult fantasy reader, but now that I have 2 copies, I feel like I absolutely have to read this one, and I've literally heard nothing but good things, so hopefully I can get to it and really love it. Pretty much all the fantasy books I have left are special editions, except for 2, so bear with me here. I do have 2 copies of The Drowned Woods. This is by Emily Lloyd-Jones. One is an Owlcrate edition, the other one is a Owlcrate edition. I did get them both in book boxes. I didn't mean to have 2 copies, but now I do. I absolutely love the look of this one. I thought this one had sprayed edges, but it doesn't. It is signed, of course, by the author, and it does have some really, really gorgeous under the cover dust jacket situations, so happy to have this. I don't really remember what it's about. I know it's set on the sea. It is a part heist novel, part dark fairy tale, and rich with Welsh legends. The Drowned Woods is an ethereal fantasy perfect for fans of Kristen Cashore and Maria V. Snyder. So I'm excited to give this one a go. On the back it says, the girl learned that water could save a life, or take it. It was a lesson she wouldn't forget. Ooh, that sounds really good. This one also has some really pretty under the cover dust jacket art, as well as some really gorgeous end papers. So I'm excited to have this. Hopefully I like it, because I don't know if I need 2 copies, but I'm glad to own it. Speaking of 2 copies, I also have 2 copies of A Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. I have an Owlcrate and a Fairyloot edition. This one has really, really stunning stenciled edges or sprayed edges. This one does not, but I do like both editions very, very much. They are very different, but definitely, again, don't know if I need 2, but I'm excited to have them. This one does have some really gorgeous end papers, and then this one has really gorgeous end papers as well. Honestly, I think I love the end papers in this one a little bit more, but it also has some under the cover dash jacket art. But those sprayed edges on the other one, I don't know, y'all. They speak to me. Again, I don't really remember what this one is about. It says, Kings and Curses, Girls and Gods. These are the makings of a tale. Yeah, don't know too much about this. It looks good. It says, a darkly enchanting fantasy debut about a morally gray witch, a cursed prince, and a prophecy that ignites their fate. Twisted Destinies, perfect for fans of Cruel Prince and Serpent and Dove, which I have enjoyed both of those series so far. So hopefully I will enjoy this one, and again, figure out if I need 2 copies. One that I picked up from Costco, actually, is Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. I have read 2 books in the Red Queen series, and I really enjoyed the second book. Not so much the first one, but really enjoyed the second book, so I figured I would pick up her newest series release. I've not picked up the second book because I haven't read the first one, but it is a chunky YA fantasy. I've heard mixed reviews about this one. I'm definitely intrigued to give it a go. I did not realize it had maps as the end papers. Love that for them. But yeah, I don't actually know anything about what this is about. I just have read a book by her in the past, so I figured I would give it a go. It says, a squire, a survivor of a failed quest, an immortal, timeless, and unfathomable, an assassin skilled and heartless, an old sorcerer holding secrets behind her teeth, and a pirate's daughter, the ward's last hope. The heroes are gone, but the fight to save the world has only just begun. That actually sounds really good. My last book that is not a special edition, but it is a pre-order, is Wild as the Witch by Rachel Griffin. I have read Nature of Witches by her, and I absolutely loved that book. 5 out of 5 stars. I was actually able to interview Rachel Griffin. She was one of our group book authors for one of the season-thons, and she's such a wonderful human being. So I absolutely had to pre-order this book. It does have really gorgeous hardcover, just like her first book, and I'm very, very excited to read this one. I don't know too much about this one. I know it is another witchy fantasy, obviously, that has to do with an owl that is holding a curse, and she has to go on the run to find the owl before he unleashes a dark spell, and there's a romance going on in this one as well. Very excited to give it a go. Absolutely love this cover, and I know it's going to be perfect for fall. All right, my last 2 fantasies, I have The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. I've heard really good things about this one. This is like a You've Got Mail meets House on the Cerulean Sea in a fantasy with a rom-com twist. So it sounds really, really cute. I absolutely love the end papers in this. I love the little pictures. It definitely gives me cute rom-com vibes, and I love the stamped edges on this. It's absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully I will end up really, really loving this. And are you kidding me? This is absolutely gorgeous. This is a Fairyloot adult subscription box book pick, and I'm very excited to give it a go. I actually have this one on my fall TBR, and I really hope to get to it because I do also own the audiobook, so hopefully I will love it. And the last special edition that I have in the fantasy category is The Darkening by Shawna Carter. Again, I don't know too much about this one. I got this one in a Fairyloot exclusive box, and this is a fierce revolutionary, a desperate prince. Together they will face the storm or be swept away. Again, another one with absolutely stunning stuff on the inside and outside. The stenciled edges are absolutely gorgeous. Another one I don't know too much about, but it sounds really good. Usually when I get Fairyloot boxes or any subscription box, I read the synopsis once and I'm like, yeah, that sounds amazing, and then I don't think about it again. But hopefully I can get to this one ASAP. All right, let's go ahead and get into the romances I have. The first ones I'm going to talk about are strictly fantasy romances, and the rest are just, you know, plain old contemporary romances. So the first one that I have is The Sea Witch by Katie Robert. This is the third book, the third book, I believe, in the Wicked Villain series. This one follows Medusa and Ariel. I'm pretty sure. Did I say Medusa? I meant Ursula. Ursula and Ariel, and somehow they end up together. This series is basically the heroine of the original Disney movies ending up with the villain. So very excited to give this one a go. I do love a good female-female romance, and hopefully this one's really good. I've heard nothing but good things about the remainder of the series. I've only read book 1 so far, which is honestly a travesty if you ask me, but I'm very excited to get around to this one. Then we have A Throne of Shadows by Tessania Odette. I don't know how to say that name. If you know how to say that, let me know. This is one that I picked up on recommendation from Karina, not because she had read it, but because the outside is absolutely stunning. And I just couldn't pass it up. Like, are you kidding me? My gosh. So I did pick it up. I literally have not a single clue about what this is about. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. A feisty outlaw, a conviling, what the hell is that word? Prince, and a war of magic and shadows. Sounds good. Love the cover. Love the under the cover desk jacket. Cannot wait to read it. And finally, for fantasy romance, I have Guild by Raven Kennedy. My ring light is just having a hard time today. I'm very excited to move on with the rest of the series, although I did read this one and didn't absolutely fall in love with it, but I've heard the series gets so much better as we go on. This is a King Midas retelling where the heroine of the story, her name is... oh no, I forget, to be honest. Amora, maybe? She is gold touched by Midas. She is literally gold from head to toe, and she's like Midas's favored. And you go on a really interesting fantasy situation plot with these characters. It's far less romance heavy than I thought it was going to be, but I've heard that the rest of the series gets better, so I'm very excited. Also, I picked up the hardcover of this book because... say less. Thank you very much. Alright, that's it for fantasy romances. Let's get into the regular romances. The first book that I have here is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This follows a workplace romance between Rowan and Zara. I forget her name. Is that how you say that? It's like they work at Disneyland, but it's called Dreamlands, and their grandfather who created Dreamlands passed away, and the only way that they can what word am I looking for? The only way that they can get their inheritance is if they follow their grandfather's will to the T, and Rowan is supposed to become the director of creativity at this park for 6 months, come up with a really great idea, and then he will get his inheritance. While he's doing that, he runs into the heroine. She drunkenly sends in a proposal about their most highly revenued ride, about how horrible it is, and instead of firing her, Rowan hires her as a creative director, and it's a romance between them. I am a little bit into this one, and I'm enjoying it. I haven't picked it up because I'm reading it physically, and I just haven't had the time, but so far so good. Then as a birthday gift from Karina, she gave me All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Thank you so much, Karina. I'm very excited to get around to my next Mariana. I have read 2 of her other books and really enjoyed them, 5 out of 5 stars, so I'm very excited to get around to this one. This one follows Aurora, and she's going back to the small town that her mother grew up in to kind of feel closer to her mother, go on hikes that her mother did when she was living there and alive. And when she comes, she ends up renting a garage house from somebody, thinking that it was available for rent, finds out that the son is the one that rents it and the father is the one that actually owns the house. And he's a grumpy guy. He doesn't really want her to live there, but she has nowhere else to go, so she ends up staying there and he ends up putting up with her, and it's a Grumpy Sunshine romance between the two of them. Slow burn, obviously, because Mariana is the queen of slow burn, but I'm very, very excited for this one. Karina read this one, and it was her first Mariana, and she absolutely fell in love with it, so I know that I need to get to it ASAP. Then I picked up 3 Tate James books. 2 of them I've already owned. One of them I needed to finish out my collection. That one being Vault by Tate James, obviously. This is the novella that takes place in between the Madison, well, it's part of the Madison Kate series, but it takes place in the middle of the Hades series by Tate James. So took me a little while to read this one just because I had to read the Hades series before I read this one, and I absolutely loved it. Obviously, I needed to own it, so I'm glad I got myself a copy to complete my original editions of those. But then I also have started picking up the discrete covers because I have no chill and I just have to buy everything that Tate James produces. And so I picked up the first book in the Hades series, Seventh Circle. I will eventually get the original editions in this one, but I'm worried that she'll stop selling these ones before I can finish my collection. So I decided to buy the discrete covers of this series first, and then I'm also buying the discrete covers of the Madison Kate series, even though I already own them because I have no self-control. So if you don't know what these runs are about, Madison Kate and Seventh Circle are Why Choose romances, and they're just so much fun. They're fast-paced, they're dark, they're gritty, they have a lot of trigger warnings, so please look them up before you go into the series. But if you love a good Why Choose, you have to read these. I picked up my second Kennedy Ryan book, Blockshot. This is the second book in the Hoops series, the first one being Longshot, and I absolutely loved it. It was a very, very hard read. It deals really heavily with sexual assault as well as domestic violence, so please, please, please read the trigger warnings before you go into that book. Half of the book is set in that setting, so make sure that you know what you're getting into before you read it. But it was so beautiful, so well done. Probably one of my favorite romance reads that I've read in a long time, so I absolutely had to pick up the second book in the series. This one follows the stepbrother from the first book, Austin's stepbrother. His name is Jared, and this is a hate to love, second chance, enemies to lovers romance. Sports romance in a work setting. All the trigger words that I need to pick up a book is in it. I'm excited. This one is on my TBR for this month. Hopefully I can get to it, and I'm so, so excited for it. Then we have a Tessa Bailey book that I picked up. Actually, my husband bought this for me for my birthday, so it shows you how long I've done a book haul since it's September, and I bought this in July. Anyways, this is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I heard good things about this one. I do own another Tessa Bailey book. I have not read her 2 most popular, which are It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker, but eventually I will get around to them. But this one just sounds so cute. It is a cozy mystery, but also a romance. Steamy romance at that, so sign me up. I've heard good things. The cover just drew me in, so I had to pick it up, and I absolutely adore it. Then I picked up The Pool Boy by Nikki Sloan. This is the second book in the series, or the first book, I don't really know. But this one is a age gap, I don't know if it's friends, like best friend's son romance, but the female of the book is much older, and she ends up hooking up with her pool boy, which is her best friend's son. And that sounds amazing. I love a good taboo romance. Madison recently read this one and absolutely loved it, so I have to read it. I have to read it. I have had my eye on this one for a really long time, and I finally just bit the bullet and bought it, so hopefully I can get to this one like yesterday. Then I purchased the entire Twisted series by Anna Huang. First one being Twisted Love, then we have Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies. I have read the first book in the series, and I liked it. I gave it a 4-star, but I've heard the rest of the books get so much better, so I'm very excited to see where she goes with these books. The first one was a brother's best friend romance. I believe the second one is a bodyguard princess romance, and yes, please sign me up. And I don't know the other 2, but I've heard really good things, so hopefully I can get to these ones. And if I love them, then I want to buy the covers with the hot, gorgeous men on them because, oh my god, yes. And then I picked up 2 books written by different authors that have the same exact name. One of them was sent to me for my birthday. Actually, both of these were sent to me for my birthday. First one being Surrender by Rysel Adams. Karina sent this one to me, so thank you so much, Karina. I don't know anything about this one. It's a little itty-bitty novella. It says, in 12 years, unless we're with other people, I'll fly you somewhere and you'll give me 2 nights. Why haven't I already read this? Oh my god, I need to read this like yesterday, so thank you so much to Karina. I'm very excited to have this on my shelves, and I need to read it like now. And then the other book, also called Surrender by Amy Dawes, also given to me from Karina for my birthday, so thank you so much, Karina. You are a true one. This is the first book in the, no, well technically it's the 4th book in the series, the Harris Brothers series. I have already the 5th book in the series, which is Dominate, but these 2 last books in the series follow the same 2 characters. That's very confusing, but the first 3 books follow the different Harris brothers. And this one is a series that it's just so near and dear to my heart. The last book in the series was my favorite book of last year, and I absolutely loved it. This one follows Gareth and Sloane. Sloane is just coming out of a really, really messy divorce. She's now a single mother, and she's really struggling with that. And she feels like she has no control in her life, whereas Gareth is complete opposite. He feels like he's a control freak. He controls everything in his life down to all of his family problems. Anytime his family has an issue, they come to him to fix it. And he is finding a place where he can give up control. So one night, they fall into bed together, and the roles are reversed. She has all the control, and he has none. And they're realizing that they like this more than they thought, and they end up in a really, really, really beautiful relationship. You have the single parent trope in here, which is absolutely done so beautifully, and I just loved it, and I need to reread the series. So thank you so much to Karina for giving me this copy, because I cannot wait to do my reread. And the last 4 books are all special editions that I got in the Mystic box, as well as the Bell box, but I really couldn't think of the name. These are sister companies, so they're run by the same people, but one of them focuses on like one author. So I got a Pam Godwin box, and then the other ones just give you hardcovers of really cool special edition romances. So let's go over the Mystic box. I got Dark Notes, as well as Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. Sea of Ruin is a historical pirate romance. I did read the first book, the novella, in this series, and so far I really like her writing. I think she does a great job writing in this world, so I'm very excited for this. This follows the female character, who I cannot remember her name. Bennett Sharp is on the run. Then you have Priest, who is the love interest, as well as somebody else that I can't, Lord Ashley Cutler. So from the novella, I don't really know where this book is going, so I've been kind of hesitant to pick it up because I really loved the relationship between Bennett and Priest, but we shall see. And then the next one, oh, I should probably show you the special edition aspects. The stenciled edges are stunning on that. And then you have Dark Notes, which is, again, another stunning edition. This one, I don't really know. He's my obsession, my master, my music, and my teacher. Oh, yeah, this is a taboo romance that features a student-teacher relationship, a piano teacher and a piano student. I've heard really good things, actually, about this one in particular. It is very, very taboo, so I've heard, but I'm very excited to give it a go. And the Bell Box books that I got this month were Swoon by Lauren Rowe. This one does feature a brother's best friend romance, I'm pretty sure. Growing up, I knew my older brother's best friend thought of me as Logan's kid sister, but by the end of the book, I don't think he thinks that way. So I'm excited. I do love a good brother's best friend romance, and I always find them super entertaining, so hopefully this is no exception. And finally, the last book that we have is By a Thread by Lucy Score. I have not read any Lucy Score, but I've heard really good things about this author. This one is a workplace romance. He is like the top of the top guy. She works in his office, and they end up having a relationship. Sounds interesting, sounds good. I'm excited to give this author a go. But that is the last book. And now, let's talk giveaway. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I really appreciate you. If you're just here for the giveaway, I understand that as well. I will be giving away 1 book and 1 book box. So stay tuned for all of that information, because I'm very excited. I'm very blessed to be able to do this. I didn't plan on doing this. These came to me one came to me by accident. The other one, I didn't really need to purchase it, and I did. So I figured, since I have a duplicate copy, I might as well give it away. The duplicate copy being Wolf Song by TJ Klune. This is the new tour edition, the hardcover. This one does not have the sprayed edges and is not signed, but I do have just the regular edition. I know that there are a lot of people out there that did want this and were not able to purchase it for themselves. So I'm very excited to be able to say that I can give one of these away, since I do already own another copy. I don't need 2. They are very, very, very chunky books, so I don't need to keep this one on my shelf. So this will be one of the books that's in the giveaway. And then another person will be able to win a Fairyloot box. So Fairyloot, at one point I was a rep for them, and they were sending me their boxes for free for review. And then I already was a subscriber of them before, so they just canceled my subscription for those months that they were sending me boxes. And I think that what happened was I got charged for one, and they accidentally sent me one, so I ended up with 2 of the same boxes. So I figured I would give this away to somebody that can enjoy it, since I already own the books and all the items in the box. Doesn't make sense for me to keep another one, so I'm going to give it away to one of you guys. So I won't divulge everything that's in the box, but it does come with a book sleeve, and then the 2 books that are in this box are Twin Crowns And then This Vicious Grace by Emily Thide. I absolutely love these editions of these books. They are stunning, gorgeous. I will go ahead and show you the special editions so that you can see them and decide if you would like to have one for yourself, if you want to enter the giveaway. So just give me 1 second. So the original book that's in the box is This Vicious Grace. This is by Emily Thide. I don't know how to say this author's last name, but it does have really gorgeous stenciled edges. It is absolutely stunning. It also is signed by the author. You also have some stunning end papers. It is different on both sides, and you also have some really gorgeous embossing there on the front. I'm not going to read the full synopsis of this. If you are interested in winning the giveaway, I would say go ahead and take a look. I will leave the Goodreads description down below. But the back says 3 weddings, 3 funerals, 1 chance to save them all. I've heard good things so far about this book. I have not yet read it myself, but like I said, I've heard good things. So if you do want to win this one, this is definitely a good option for you. And then it did come with an additional book in the box, which is Twin Crowns by Catherine Weber and Catherine Doyle. You guys, this is absolutely stunning. I think this is a gorgeous special edition book, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this. It says, 2 sisters, 1 crown. Prince Rose Valhart is heir to the throne of Ayana, trained from birth to fear the witches that killed her parents. She will do anything to defend her kingdom. Stolen from the place at birth, Ren Green Rock is a secret sister no one knows about. She plots to usurp the princess in order to protect the witches of Ortha who raised her. In the battle for their crown of Ayana, where will your allegiances lie? This just sounds like a really awesome book, and I'm really excited to get around to it. So if you want to win this box with these 2 books, as well as all of the items that come in the box, then stay tuned to figure out how you can win. So obviously, these 2 things are very different. Some of you guys are going to be interested in one, where you're not going to be interested in the other. There will be 2 separate winners for this giveaway. And basically, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like the video, and comment down below that you're entering and which one you want to win, and I will pick 2 winners. That's it. It's very simple. Not a lot of rules going on here. I just wanted to be able to have a chance to give these away. This is going to be US only since I do not have the means to ship these internationally, but hopefully you guys will be okay with that, and one of you lovely people can win a Fairyloot box, and somebody else can win a beautiful hardcover edition of Wolfsong by TJ Klune. So like I said, subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below that you're entering the giveaway and which one you would like to win. And there will be 2 winners. I will be doing this giveaway for 1 singular week. From the day that I upload this, a week after, I will close it and let you know who won. I will let you know in the comments if you won. I will also put it in the description box of the video. So make sure to check your notifications to see if I responded to your comment. I will respond to all comments on this video after the giveaway is done, just so there's no confusion and nobody thinks that they've won if they haven't. And then I will ask you for your means of communication, whether that's email or Instagram or anything like that, and you can let me know how you would like me to contact you, and then we can get all of the information that way. I just don't want you guys to put your handles in the comments, because sometimes it can flag it and not put it in, and I want everyone to have a chance to win this. So hope that's pretty self-explanatory. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the giveaway. Thank you for sticking all the way through to the end, because I know this was a very, very long video, so I really appreciate you. But that is the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Baby,